Greetings, you lonely little fuckers. It's I, Artemis, and I'm here to target you for being lonely because, I mean, look at this fandom. This fandom is a very sociable thing. A lot of people find it for a lot of different reasons, and one of those is chiefly that they feel lonely, that they want to make some friends. But unfortunately, not everybody comes to it with the right mentality, and they actually end up in a self-destructive pattern of behavior that keeps them lonely. And that's fucking annoying, and I see it a lot. And some people make it really extra fucking annoying because they've been doing it for like a decade. So here we are with me ranting and blaming people, basically. I'm just here to victim blame. Not really, but there are a lot of things that people do, and more importantly, do not do for themselves that is actually hurting them. And if you really don't want to be alone and you want to find good people, the first step to fixing a problem is admitting you have one. And the first step to admitting you have one is realizing it. So let's just call this community service as I point out why you're so fucking lonely and why it's all your fault. Let's get into it. The first reason why you might find yourself to be really fucking lonely is because that's become your entire fucking personality now. And that's all you're really capable of talking about because you don't really have the skills to have a normal conversation that doesn't swing back around to, why I'm sad. And I know that's a very pointed way of saying it, but let's just cut through the shit, shall we? Some people turn their loneliness into a personality trait, and then they become married to it and unable to fucking detach from it. And then that infects their conversations. Now, we've seen this. I'm sure everybody's had the experience of meeting someone new, and suddenly you become the brick wall that they need to throw their shit against today because they need a shoulder to cry on, an ear to piss into, and just generally someone to vent their fucking spleen to. And once they've done that, once they've done what they need to do, they'll fuck off. They won't ask about you. They won't have a genuine conversation. They'll just go. Sometimes this is preempted by a lot of love bombing, a lot of like, oh my god, you're so cute, you're so talented, I love this, I love that, this is amazing, you're so good. And then they get into the whole, I'm having a really bad time right now and I really need someone to talk to, so there's all of my shit, thanks, bye, never going to speak to you again. I actually had this happen to me not too long ago. A random furry popped up, we had a nice conversation for like a couple of weeks or so. One night they're having a bad time, I turn into a little counsellor that I am, I try and help them through as best as I can. It was all nice. Have not heard from them since. They just fucked off. They got what they needed. They moved on. This doesn't bother me so much anymore. I am very much in the camp of, please, show me who you are. Show me your nature. And if it doesn't vibe, it goes. And they show me who they are. They show me that what they want out of someone. And that's fine. That's cool. I'm not going to do that again. Like, you've kind of exposed yourself now. So that's absolutely fine and wonderful. No judgment, no hatred. You go off and find people that are better for you. But I honestly respect myself too much to just give myself away to people that will just do this cycle over and over again. And that's the problem. It becomes a cycle that repeats itself. I already know that this has happened to multiple other people, and that if I was to speak to the right folks, this person would be known to them for doing this thing. And that cycle is what's going to keep them lonely, because they had a chance to make a connection, and instead, nah, it didn't happen. And that's going to keep happening until they fucking break it. If you're doing this shit, stop it. Stop doing it, okay? It's great to talk to people when you need to, but if that's all you ever do, that's all they're ever going to see you as. And you're going to need to do the work yourself to actually be able to have a conversation with these fucking people. The second reason you might find yourself stuck in this cycle of being alone and lonely is that you're stuck in a cycle. And that cycle is destructive. And it is that you do not like the situation you are in, you bitch and moan about it, you continue to do nothing about it. You then don't like the situation, so you bitch and moan about it, and then you continue to do nothing about it, which causes you to not like the situation. So you bitch and moan about it, but then you don't do anything about it. And it just keeps fucking going. I've seen so many people who do this all the time on social media. They post some artwork, but mostly they're posting, oh, my life is so awful, I'm so stressed, oh, everything's so hard, oh, I wish everything was better. Do you? What are you doing about it? How does people I know who have been doing this for 10 years nearly? They've been doing it for the entire time I've been in a fucking furry. And they're still in the same situation. If you really hate it that much, do something about it. Do anything about it. Because people want to help. Your friends, they want to see the best for you. They want you to be the best version of yourself and to have all of the best things. But if you are consistently not doing anything to better yourself, not doing anything to improve your situation, and still expecting the sympathy, They can't do that forever. People just can't, okay? I've seen people bitch and moan about a job that they've been working on for 15 fucking years. Get a different job. It's not even like a career. This is supermarket work. But they won't because they're stuck in that fucking mentality. They're addicted to the cycle of sympathy. And it is destroying them. But it's all they fucking have. If you are in this pattern, if you find yourself always looking to reach out and complain about your situation with people, you're going to find them getting pretty tired pretty fucking quick. Because they can't fix this for you. Only you can do something about it. And eventually, they've said everything that they could say, and it's just, well, clearly you like this because you are actively choosing this. And I don't really want to... It feels like I'm just enabling you at this stage. To give you any kind of sympathy, it's just enabling you to stay in this harmful situation, and I don't want to do that. So I won't, and they'll fucking leave. You want to stop this from happening? Be proactive. If you don't like something, do something about it. Show that you are willing to take on advice, not even from these people, just generally, you're willing to do the work and show them that what they're saying is not a waste of time. Otherwise, it is. And they'll realize that, and they'll fucking go. The third reason why nobody wants to fucking speak to you might be that they don't know who the fuck you are. Of course, we have a fandom where people create characters and act out those characters. It's a big part of the enjoyment of this entire space, and that's cool and wonderful and supportive and great, and I love it. But there are limits, and if all you are is a character, then it starts to become a brick wall that people cannot get past. It becomes a barrier. And if you're only portraying this character, you're always talking in character, you're never letting people in, you're never giving people any indication of who you are as a person, then that's all they're going to treat you as, because, you know, as much as we all like playing with characters and role-playing and stuff like that, there's a limit to how much of that we're really going to do before we're like, who the fuck? Could you just be an AI chatbot at this fucking stage? People aren't looking for that. And if that's all you have to offer, and you're wondering, well, why can't I seem to find anybody? It's because you can't find yourself. You're too stuck playing this role and this character that you can't let anybody in. It does actually get worse than that as well. If you are playing a character that is not you, we tend to inject ourselves into the characters that we create. But if you're creating something that isn't who you truly are and is not reflective of who you are, you're going to attract the wrong people. The people that like those traits will come to you, and you won't be able to keep that up forever. And when the facade drops, it's all going to come crumbling down. You have built your house upon the shifting sands, sir. You cannot do that. Now, I get it. It's scary to open up and be vulnerable and show yourself. And that is a hard journey, but it's one that you're going to have to do, because I truly believe that no meaningful connection with people can be built until you are ready to get hurt. You are ready to show people, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. And it's fucking terrifying. It really is. And it will hurt. And it will take time. But continuing to do this character is just stalling the inevitable. And if you're struggling with being alone and you're doing this, you're going to have to take that mask off and let people see who you really are underneath. Otherwise, this is all you're going to have. Final point I would like to rant about is people refusing to do the fucking work for themselves. And this is something that a lot of people are guilty of, in that they want the help, they want the support, they want to be able to go to someone and cry on their shoulder and for them to make it all better and okay. And I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Now, before we get into this too deeply, let me just preface this with saying going to people to lean on them for support is a good thing. You should be doing it. If you have friends that are willing to hear you out and share the load, do that. Do not bottle things up. Do not hide things from people. Be open. Speak. Be honest. Get that out. Seek that support. It is vital. It is crucial, okay? Don't ever get that twisted. But you have to continue. That is the first step on a path. You have to take the other steps, and those other steps are steps that only you can take. So many people are expecting a white knight to turn up and solve all of their problems, and that apparently is their friends. Tell me what to do, or just do it for me. But they're not willing to do the work themselves, and that is the real fucking problem. Now, this sort of goes back to the second point of refusing to do something, but this is actually expecting other people to do the work for you. You are not even open to the idea of doing something yourself. That second point was refusing to do anything in general, but this one is refusing to do anything because someone else should be doing it. Well, no one helps me. I need help. Help with what? Help with what? Go to therapy. Go to counseling. Seek out treatment for your mental illnesses. I did. It's the only thing that fucking worked. I can tell you now, I spent years bitching to people about my fucking problems, and that didn't do shit. Do you know what did do shit? Doing something about those problems. It's the only thing that's going to work, okay? If you don't like the situation you're in, fix the situation. Change it. Get out of it. Find a new one. But expecting other people to constantly be there to listen to you vent is harmful, it's toxic, it's codependent, and it's not healthy. You can't be doing that all the time and expect people to stick around. Once again, they want to help you, they want you to be better, but you are showing that you are incapable of doing that. And you're not. You're really not. Everybody has this capacity. They can wake up and choose to be the person they want to be. You're just not choosing it. You're not seeing it. And you have to. Because people only have so much in them. They don't want to hurt you, but it will feel like they're hurting you, that they're enabling you, but they're stopping you from doing the work you need to do. And sometimes, if you love something, you have to let it go. I've done that to people. I've realized I'm just enabling. I am not doing the things I want to do, and that my presence is harmful, and I had to leave. It was for the best, for all people involved. But it is what will likely happen to you if you can't connect the dots and do the work. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to them. You owe it to everybody to be the best version of yourself you can be and to do the work. So do it. Because I don't want anybody to be alone. I don't want people to do these things and prove my points. I want to be wrong. I want people to fix all their shit and find that joy and happiness that they get from human connection. If you keep doing these things, it's just not going to happen for you, I'm afraid. Now, obviously, I hope we can all understand that I'm not just looking to target people here. I'm not just looking to point at dickheads and go, fuck you for having needs and for being a little bit damaged. I will also point out every single point I have spoken about in this video, I myself have been through, and I have been that thing. This is why I get very angry about it. It's why I get very annoyed, because I've been there. I know what it's like. I was that thing. I was doing those things, and I was bitching and complaining about it too. And I learned that you have to stop these things. You have to take some accountability, take some responsibility, and actually do the fucking work. You can't just vent your spleen on the internet and expect strangers to give a shit when they're looking for things to jack off to. You can't just emotionally dump on people and not give anything back. You can't just expect them to do the work for you, and you can't just play a character. You have to actually be a human being worthy of being around, which I believe all of you are. You're just a bit lost. You're just a bit scared. You're just a bit frightened. And you can easily fix that. You can go out, you can do the work. There's a ton of things, a ton of resources. You can go and get your counseling, whatever it's going to take. But I guarantee you, if you're doing any of these things, your situation's just going to stay the same or get worse. But it will never get better. So don't do these things. Also, this might hopefully let people realize, oh shit, I do that. I should probably stop. Please, for the love of God, stop. But thank you for watching. Are you ready for the most fluid segue in video history? Because after such a deep video on, being alone and how to fix your problems, here I am showing feet pics. Oh, we gotta love that weird juxtaposition, haven't we? We have to, because I do it every video. But yeah, if you want to go and help support and you want to get something out of it, that's the way to do it. You can also support us on Patreon, which is much easier to beg for money because it's not involving feet or paws. Some of them are, some of the tiers do. But that's a way that you can help support me in my mission to be a therapist to everybody but myself. So yeah, if you like what I do and you would like to see more of it, then you can help support us on that, and that would be lovely. That would be wonderful. Go and have a look. There's an exclusive video series and everything on there. You'd love it. Seriously, go and have a look. You're not even watching anymore, are you? No, as soon as those graphics pop up, I imagine most people fuck off. And that's what I'm going to do now. So thanks, I guess.